You've never been to Lowestoft before, have you? I don't think.
We haven't, no.
Do you know where it is?
Is it near Norwich? Is that a guess? Is that a good guess? Amazing.
Yeah. So we're about 30 miles outside Norwich, little sleepy little seaside town. So first off, on behalf of Lowestoft Live and the Lowestoft community as a whole, thank you very much for coming to perform in our town. It's going to be an absolutely great night. Tickets are available via the Seagull Theatre's website, via the Lowestoft Live link tree. And all over our socials. So go and grab a ticket, just £5 per person. Youth Explosion. So what is the concept of Youth Explosion, and how has it contributed to your band's success in London, or success in general?
Well, we started it about 6 months ago, and it's a all ages gig. We do monthly things. And we made so £3 tickets. Everyone comes in, and the goal with it was just to create a community where like-minded creatives, young creators, come meet each other. And we knew how difficult it was as a young band getting started to get into venues and even to see bands in venues, because everything's over 18, so it's hard to kind of get into guitar music. And I think that's partly why kind of the interest in guitar music has gone down, because no one can get there. So we've made it completely accessible, £3 tickets and all ages, so everyone can join. And it's helped in the way that we've had more of that mod sort of born in the 70s, 60s, grown up in the 70s kind of audience who are look at us as the kind of take them back to their youths and see us as like the punk bands and the mod bands that they used to see. But with Youth Explosion, we've definitely picked up a younger audience. Like people more current, I guess.
And with this young audience, I suppose we're sort of exposing them to these sort of these older subcultures and stuff like that.
Yeah, because I mean, the music you guys play and your image, we'll touch on that in a little bit more. It's definitely not necessarily what is currently trendy or fashionable. If you look at kind of the TikTok generation of music fans that are coming through. There isn't necessarily that platform for people to see live, loud, raucous, mixed with the kind of the fashion of people who are a lot older than yourselves, generations past. And an really interesting thing you touched on was the £3 a ticket thing. It's something we've come up against. Is we try and keep our ticket prices as low as possible by garnering funding from other sources, which is something we've really struggled with booking some kind of larger acts, bringing other acts to the town. So I go, well, our whole tour is £17 a ticket. We can't play somewhere for £3, for £5. Have you found that as a stumbling block in any place, especially in London, where you guys are putting on gigs? It must be a bit of a challenge in places there.
Actually, because we already had an audience, and Matthew and I have always been around that young band circuit for quite a while. We were able to bring an initial audience in. And at the moment, Youth Explosion just self-funds itself. So having low ticket prices means that we need to get a load of people there. And I guess that also helps us. Like, we're really on it promotion-wise, and we do try and bring as many people as we can there. And now friendships are forming within it. We've had bands meet there. And so it's become a real community.
And I guess it's then self-fulfilling. It's garnering that next generation up through the ranks at the shows.
Yeah, well, all profit goes back into the Youth Explosion pot for the next event. Yeah. It all helps itself.
Excellent.
And of course,
fantastic.
Since it's an event for young people don't really have money or don't have money to spend. So keeping the ticket prices as low as possible just makes it that extra bit more accessible for a younger audience, which is what we want to be playing to. No offense to the older crowd that we've got as well, but it is really important to have young people, because that's where the future is, and that's what we want to be playing to. We want to energize the youth, the next generation. It's all that thing of progression as well.
What's the end goal, or kind of the future aims for Youth Explosion? Where do you want to take it? What do you want to see it kind of evolve into?
We want to take it on a wider scale. At the moment, at the venue we're at, it's a literal library. It's not suited really for live gigs. It's quite quite a shambles there. You know, we had to keep the windows closed because residents get so hot in there. It's hard to keep the crowd in. It's so uncomfortable. So we'd like to put it into proper venues at some point. It's just having proper venues agree to it because for whatever reason they've got this criticism of the youth and don't want them in there really. And we want to take it, you know, all up from just north, east, south, west of London, then take it, you know, have bigger ambitions and bring it to wider UK. And this is what hopefully we can start to do with Lowestoft Live. And I know our values definitely in line. So hopefully there's something there at some point.
Yeah, so hopefully we can branch out and create, you know, an East Anglian kind of branch of the event. So how often do you currently? Sorry.
Oh, I talked to who's your business partner with Lowestoft
Ben.
Live?
Probably
Ben. Yeah, I was talking to Ben, and so we're thinking of maybe doing a trial run in Lowestoft of a youth excursion in collaboration. So I guess that's the first destination excursion.
Yeah.
Elsewhere.
That sounds great. Yeah, perfect. How often do you run the events? Are they frequently, or is it kind of an as and when? Especially with, is it just you and kind of, you know, the band and your close friends that are doing it, or because with you going on tour, is that going to kind of, does that mean you have to put things on hold a little bit?
Well, it's monthly. We skipped out one. That was just because everyone's away. It was hard to put bands and Reading Festival was on at the same time. But we run it all ourselves with a host of volunteers that we picked up from gigs, and they're, you know, everyone wants to be part of the journey, and I hope everyone sort of believes in the event and likes what it's doing for the community. And we've got like young roadies, young photographers, young videographers, all doing stuff behind the scenes. So people behind the bar, people who are doing security, all helping out for free. Really fortunate to have that crew around us that's so supportive.
Yeah, I mean that's the only way we can kind of do these things, isn't it? Is to rely on the compassion and generosity of other people. And I guess, you know, we're a small seaside town where we have that kind of network of people, and there's a lot less going on, so people are more keen to get involved and to help. Do you find, you know, running these events in, you know, much closer to kind of a big urban area means that you struggle a little bit more with getting people to get a little bit more involved?
I think that I would like to say we really try to include people with the band, and we really do value the people. So I think they do genuinely get something out of it. They like being part of the journey and feel quite honoured as well to kind of be part of it. And it's always just a really nice sort of place to be. So I think people are really happy, and they always, same people coming back, and we pick up people along the way, but once they're in, not a lot of them leave.
They get hooked. They get the bug for it.
Yeah.